You're muted. Welcome, everybody. We're here.
I'm muted. That's weird. Welcome to Coast to Coast. This is starting out smooth.
It's another Wednesday.
Hey, you know what? Weird that it didn't auto unmute. It generally does.
Hey, it's
How y'all doing this morning?
StreamYard at its finest.
We're moving as smooth as these Phillies, huh?
Yeah. Hey, listen. At least we won the last two. And you know what? You know what was really nice yesterday? Watching a batter go up to the plate with men in scoring position and hit the ball. Not once, but twice.
Is Mattingly making that big of a difference for you guys?
No, I'm not. This isn't a Mattingly thing. Yeah, unfortunately, this is one of these weirdo times where I feel like that this is, this team is going to win or lose based off of the team itself. It's not going to. It's not going to matter on the manager. It's not going to matter on. If they get hot, they will win. If they don't get hot, they'll not. They won't. And Arias,
noble thinking right there.
Well, it's beyond anything else. Like, for instance, the Dodgers have an all-star team, so I'm going to take them out of the mix. The Rays have a good team, but are also very well coached and managed. So they win games because sometimes the manager actually makes a decision that wins them a game.
Sure.
There are, right now, I feel like, especially in baseball, there are only a few managers that can really affect the outcome of a game. All the rest of that is done by the players themselves. And I don't know that Mattingly, although I can imagine like his baseball IQ is probably off the charts. I don't know that he's doing anything that creates wins. I think this is all based off of the players themselves.
Interesting. So why have managers then if you're saying managers don't have an impact?
No, I'm not saying they don't. I'm saying that currently I find that there are only a few managers.
Okay.
I think that the analytics runs baseball now. And
I agree with you. From what I'm hearing, a lot of the decisions are taken out of the manager's hands and said this is where based on analytics. So Dave Roberts, is Dave Roberts one of those managers who can change the tide or turn the tide of a game?
I think that the players trust Dave Roberts. So I feel that most of the things that he's going to do is really just decisions on.
Hold on, buddy. Just please answer the question. Do you think is Dave Roberts one of those guys one of the managers in Major League Baseball who can change, who have an impact on baseball, on a game?
I think that he could.
Okay, Dave Roberts a few years ago his job was in peril. The job was before he got Shohei. They were wondering if Dave Roberts was the right guy for to coach the Dodgers.
100%.
So,
I also believe that he's got a team right now that all he has to do is change pitchers at the right time. That's all he's got to do. He can call different plays on the base paths. I mean, they don't hit and run anymore. There isn't any of that stuff in baseball anymore. So it's like you're swinging for the fences all the time. Does he have the ability to be able to make decisions that could win them games? Yes, I think that he does, because he did in the playoffs last year. I feel like that he won game 5. I think it was game 5 against Toronto specifically. And it was his decision making in that game that gave him that win. That the players themselves were not doing it, and
Well,
the decisions he made in that game. Like I'm like, that's a good move to do right now. I remember saying that to myself, like that's good for him to do. I mean, I hate the Dodgers. I hate them. I don't want them to win. But
it's fun. It's funny how we pick allegiance of a particular team. 20 years ago, I would have been right there with I hate your Dodgers. However, the Dodgers have been they're very opening and inviting. So I've grown to like the Dodgers. They've been inviting to me. So I would say, though, in all honesty, when you make the point that managers don't impact the games, or there's not many managers that impact the game, I would agree with you. However, in that same point, I will tell you though that Dave Roberts was on the chopping blocks. He's not anymore. I would suspect. I don't even think that's a conversation. But before they won the World Series, they won one. They won in what 17-18, and then they lost, and then they came back and won 3. Right? Do I have that correct? Do I have that?
Well,
or did they lose? Or did they lose Houston? Did they lose to Houston? I think they lost one that really had everybody in peril about Dave Roberts. But then again, the last few, now a lot of this is talent, and I guess this is one of the questions I wanted to ask the two of you guys who follow baseball a lot more so than I do. Is what the Dodgers have become, is that good for baseball? Is that good for sports?
So no, in fact, we were talking about it yesterday. Especially the way they added talent right at the trade deadline. Scooble is a main piece of that. I think they almost forced baseball into the strike. You know, we've been speculating that it was going to happen anyway, but now you look at what they've done, and it's like, yeah, they're almost going to force the hand of the 29 other owners.
So there's actually talk.
Why wouldn't the 29 other owners, somebody step up and compete against these guys? Like they have a biggest payroll. I get that, but there's other teams with a large payroll. There's other teams. The Mets aren't far behind, if my understanding is correct.
Not anymore.
Yeah, the Dodgers are unique though, and shout out to Rob for sending this to me yesterday. I forgot that they filed bankruptcy in 2011.
Who's that?
And so that's when they started their TV network that is outside of the revenue sharing of everybody else.
That didn't start until 2011. The Dodgers spent, I think it was a year, maybe a year and a half without TV rights.
Well, no, but I mean, it stemmed from that bankruptcy, and it allowed them to create this thing that doesn't have revenue sharing. So it gives them a little bit different scenario than the rest of baseball is my point here. So
to the tune of what? I think it's about $70 million. I mean, ultimately it gives them an additional $70 million worth of revenue. We talked about this yesterday. Right. I think it was 68 million for some reason. That number sticks in my head. But it does give them a little bit of additional revenue, and they were allowed to do that because of the Chapter 11.
Yeah, the restructuring, yeah. Correct.
There is some talk right now around baseball, and I actually had conversations yesterday with a few different people that are close to the team, but not part of it. And there is talk saying that the owners are starting to collude against, like they made the situation kind of occur at the trade deadline with the Dodgers getting the best player to be able to force the issue. That this is, that they are colluding to be able to create the situation to make the Dodgers look worse.
Why couldn't anybody else sign Screwball?
They could have.
Well, that there's a lot of talk that says, both sides of that Screwball would not go to anywhere else. That there were the Yankees, the Phillies, the Braves all tried to get him as well. And He preferred Los Angeles. He said that next year that he would sign in Los Angeles. So there's that, even though it's a rental, this is this is a rent to buy from what I understood, the way that he was explaining it. And right now, if you're a competitor and a competitive player and you want to win championships, why wouldn't you want to go play for the Dodgers? You know what I mean? Like, that's who you'd play for. I mean, there's no other team to really go for, because no other team is trying as hard as they are.
Yeah, you're gonna get paid, and then you're gonna win. But you guys, help me out again. You guys are the baseball guys. I'm leaning to your knowledge. Does San Diego just can't compete? I remember they signed a couple years ago. They signed an all-star team. San Diego, the Padres did. Are the Phillies? Are you guys just giving up? Are they done? Nobody has any chance?
You still got to play the games, man.
Well, I agree, but it sounded like a fait accompli. Listen to you guys. It sounded like a fait accompli.
I mean, think of it in the 80s, 90s Yankees, right? They bought an all-star team and they won a lot of rings, but they didn't win every ring. So, I mean, you still have to play the games, but man, they're acquiring talent like nothing else right now.
And you need them, and you're looking for the chinks in the armor and have to exploit them. Exactly. But you have to do that. That's where you have to have everything fall into place. So yes, when you ask me, is Mattingly creating any wins for the Phillies? At the moment, I would say no. He has not done anything that has created a win. However, when it comes to the playoffs and it comes to those decisions, when you have to start saying, hey, it's the third inning, am I going to have to take my starter out right now and risk going with somebody I don't trust as much and figuring my way through that and navigating my way through that? Because you can't give up one loss. You can't. I feel like that. I said this, what was it, 2 weeks ago, that the Phillies lost one of the games against the Dodgers already in the playoffs. They lost the game already. Yeah. They have to win the series in 4. They can't win it in 5. And I feel that, I believe that. So that means you have to make perfect decision making. And that's going to require the manager, and it's going to require the players to play. You know what I mean? You're not going to be able to just sit there and, hope that we get hits at the right times and such like that. So, like I said, the fact that we got Arias and the guy can hit the ball, and they put him in the number 4 spot. And
what was his name? Who did you guys sign?
Arias. I don't want to. I know I'm killing it. You know what he does? He hits the ball. I
couldn't let you slide on that one.
He hits the ball.
I couldn't let you slide on that one. Why does this, in all seriousness, why does this guy keep getting traded? This guy was, didn't this guy, a couple years ago, didn't he have it was either a batting streak, in-game batting streak, or his batting average was like through the roof.
It still is.
He's able to hit the ball, but why does this guy keep getting traded? He had a tremendous stat that was we hadn't seen in 60 years of baseball. I forget exactly what it was, but I remember talking about him. Why does he keep getting traded though? This is like his third team since having that outstanding batting season,
and he still has it. He falls into, so he was traded amongst teams in contention. So that's where he's at. He hasn't had the opportunity. Like the Yankees didn't trade for him. The Dodgers didn't trade for him. The Phillies and those. I feel like that this is the money tier, I guess we'll call it that for lack of any better term. Teams that have payrolls over $250 million. So once you start to get into that tier of teams, you don't come out of it, I feel. And that's where, now that he's here, I feel like he'll only stick amongst those group. Before that, he was more expendable because he was in the 149 to 249 tier. And there's a lot more teams in that tiers. So it's his contract.
Hopefully one of the listeners understand what you just said, because you lost me.
I'm just going by if you put, there's baseball teams that have payrolls under 150 million. And then there's teams that have payrolls between 150 and 250. And then there's teams that have 250 plus. And I'm using those as our numbers there. And he was in with teams when he was getting traded between the 150 and 250 mark. Once you get into the tier of 250 plus, your contract gets up. You get a lot more money in your contracts.
Sure.
And that's what's going to happen here. He's going to wind up getting more money. Arbitration, you get less money in arbitration on teams that do not hit that 250 million payroll.
Mm-hmm.
So now that he is, and I don't know where he's at with arbitration. I don't know anything about his contract. I just know that now he will get more money. And because of that, he'll be in the 250 plus is what my thoughts are. But he still bats like 320. It was so nice to watch somebody come up to the plate and hit the ball with guys in scoring position without a thought about it. Like, it was just like, it was natural. It just happened. It was like, yes. Had 3 RBIs in his first 2 at bats. Yay. Yay. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. Somebody who can hit the ball. He's somebody who does not strike out. He's got 21 strikeouts in the season. He also doesn't walk. This is a guy who can put, he's got his eye on the ball. That's the only thing I can really explain it. He can definitely.
Oh, this dude led the league in hits 2 seasons.
Yeah. No, it's
hello.
We keep waiting for the Mariners.
This guy led the league in hits in 2 seasons. Twice he had over 200 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Rise is pretty good. So I see what you're saying. Fellas, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I thought I lost you guys. No, I was looking at Ariza. His numbers is incredible. 2 years he had over. In 2 years he had.
Sorry about that.
Hits. Yeah, dude is going to be solid. I think.
Are we here? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Can you hear me?
I'll be back.
Bo, can you hear me?
Yeah. He got a phone call, and so sometimes it knocks his headset out.
No, I'm talking neither one. I wasn't getting a response from neither one of you guys. But this dude, well, when he comes back, let's talk about or if you care to talk about if Major League Baseball is going to survive the offseason. Does anyone want Mookie? I know the deadline is passed, but I'll give him up for a pack of gum. Yeah, right. Yeah, get real right. Mookie won you 3 championships, and you ready to give him up? Get out of here.
Right. Well, I mean, when you have an all-star team, all of a sudden you can lose good players because they're not the all-star caliber.
For the first season, and like Mookie is exactly. And I want to hear him say that in October, because I tell you, as far as I know, Mookie shows up to play at that time of season.
Do you listen to somebody who has that opinion? I'm done with them. I don't even follow baseball, but Mookie got 4 or 5 of them.
So
get out of here.
Nick is he's a Dodgers fan.
Is crazy to say that. Does anyone want Mookie?
He says right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Come on, cut it out. When Mookie hasn't Mookie earned your respect, Nick Beasley? Hasn't
No.
Mookie done enough for you to make you got pelts on your wall because of Mookie,
Hey,
and not 5 years ago.
You watch enough sports to know that nobody cares what you did last year. They don't care what you did yesterday. You could have hit for the cycle, and if you go 0 for 4, they're like, this guy is horrible.
Yeah, those are the days I tune in when the batters go 0 for 4.
Well, that was Saturday. Cal goes 0 for 5 and gets the walk-off RBI while grounding out. So, those things happen.
Nick is full of bluster.
I can't respect what I keep telling Nick. I keep telling Nick, don't lose.
Exactly.
Don't lose.
Well, it just means when he's scrolling through shows, you can be like, yep, not watching that one.
So is baseball going to come back for a 2020, what would it be, 27 season?
No.
I think I have it being, out until you're going to see in 2028 a 100-game season.
Yeah,
and I think
that's the first month or so.
Yeah, I think that they actually don't sign a contract until April. Then you're going to see like an advanced, spring training in late April, like mid to late April, going into May, and then they have a 100-game season.
So they're not going to miss a World Series like they did a few years ago.
Oh no, they will miss the World Series next year.
Next year, yeah, they'll miss the whole season next year. And it'll be interesting because obviously the cap is going to be part of this. The deferred contracts obviously are going to be huge point of conversation. So then, in order to come back, do they have a strip mine draft where they rip this Dodger team apart because those contracts don't work?
They can't do that. You think they can do that?
Well, they're going to have to do something because if you grandfather them in, no one can compete. Because then that basically means everyone else has a cap and the Dodgers just don't because they already have everybody signed. So you got to do something.
I mean, is it breaking down the wisest team in baseball? Is that? I mean, that just seems kind of. I mean, they're going to have a strike, so things are going to change, I guess.
Exactly.
Can you legislate breaking up Tom Brady and Bill Belichick?
Yeah, well, see, the difference is they didn't also have every other all-star. They did that with Amendola and Edelman and, not exactly like crazy over-the-top talent. The Dodgers are like you have Brady and Belichick, but you also have Randy Moss and Tio and everybody out there. It's like, okay, yeah, that's going to be tough to beat. Can you beat them? Sure. You play the games and you might get lucky, but it's
figuring out what to do with the Dodgers is going to create part of the problem. Like, how do you listen, in the grand scheme of things, the Dodgers could trade away some of these players and get a tremendous amount of influx of talent from the minor leagues. They would be able to really they would be able to start to trade that out. It becomes a matter of what are they going to have to do? And because the Dodgers are in a position where they don't have to do anything. They have to let all the dust settle and figure out then how we have to move forward. I don't think that, and that's what I would do. If I was ownership of the Dodgers and I was doing this, well, I abstain from everything. I'm abstaining from it all. Let you guys figure this all out because I'm winning championships and I am following the rules.
Question for you, historians, Major League Baseball historians. I don't know the answer to this question, and I'm only asking just because I assume that I'm not the only one that doesn't know the answer to this. when the New York Yankees, what is it, early 2000s, when they went on their run, when they won 3 in a row with, or 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4 with, before the Boston Red Sox beat them with, I can't even think of the captain's name. What's the captain's name? Derek Jeter and A-Rod, and they were stacking the deck over there. What was the difference? Why is it different now? Because it was just a evil empire with the Yankees.
It's not different.
Everything.
There was so much hate. I mean, you should know this, being from the Seattle area. The few times we made it to the playoffs, the Yankees are who took us out.
No, well,
like there's so much hate.
Seattle can lose to the San Diego Padres. But no, my question was, there was uproar, but there wasn't the need, or the strike season wasn't in the purview. Teams weren't talking about striking because of the Yankees continue to win. Now with the Dodgers winning, they're saying that we need a change. Where everything got to change because of what the Dodgers are doing.
No, I think that some of this has to do with other sports, and that you
other
see
sports, the baseball been making more money than anybody.
Well, yes and no. They are they're not making more than the NFL, and I feel that parity has created the feeling of unfairness, and baseball is always like I said, I feel like that the owners of baseball still go on fox hunts, that this is old money that control baseball, and that they don't want to see some of the change. You now have a point where it's when George Steinbrenner was doing it.
Good point, Brian. That's a good point.
He was paying all these guys, but it's like he still kept within the realm. You know what I mean? He didn't go.
I don't know what you mean. That's why I'm asking the question.
The money was different. So it's like it wasn't like he was the Yankees were the first team to go over 100 million, and then they went over 125 million. But there were still teams that were at 50, 60, 70 million. So they were higher, but not so much higher. The Dodgers have the payroll of 6 teams in Major League Baseball combined. They got that
deal. They got that deal that, I mean, they're a regional team, and they got that great deal, the TV deal, which, I mean, came out. I don't know if people do you guys recall were you guys even aware that it was I'm gonna have my years wrong, but I think it was 2017, 2018 that people in Los Angeles could not watch the Dodgers. I think it was a year and a half they could not watch the Dodgers. Because of that part ownership, because it was that bad ownership that messed everything up for the Dodgers, that now they're on the backside of that ownership. They changed the ownership, they forced the guys to sue. But were you guys aware that people in Los Angeles could not watch the Dodgers there for about a year and a half?
Was it blacked out? Is that what you're talking about?
No, they didn't have a TV deal. They did not have a TV deal. And that's when they held out, and they held out. I think it was DirecTV. I mean, Fox and DirecTV were competing because Fox had the rights, but DirecTV was the one to air everything, and so they could not come to an agreement. And so now, once they worked it out, that's when they got this, land share,
their own television station,
and the TV. They got their own TV rights. That's what's, in my understanding, changed everything for the Dodgers. They got these TV rights now. They're like $111 billion. Well, I mean, they planned it out for 17 years, but not having that. And now that they had that, the fans, and it was weird. I wasn't a baseball fan, so I wasn't as miffed as some of the baseball fans were. But if you want to see the Dodgers there for about a year and a half, you had to go to the game. And if you didn't go to the game,
that was the era that Fox took their stuff off of DirecTV. Is that what that was? Because I remember that.
Yeah.
When they were you guys aren't giving us enough money. We're yanking all of our programming. Gotcha.
Exactly. So that was right about a year and a half. It was right about a year and a half. And then once they got on board and Fox, they got the deal, then they start winning. They start. We see what we see now. And that's how they're able to pay Shohei $750 million and then advance $550 million of it.
That's the thing, right?
We're going to defer some of that's smart, though, guys. Come on now. Some of that's intelligent.
It's within the framework of the rules. So what they're doing isn't cheating or doing anything. I mean, they're using the rules as they're defined. Now that's gonna change.
And it's going to change. It's going to change tremendously. But and you look at it on the opposite side of things, and I'm gonna play the devil's advocate here, where Scott Boras has been fleecing Major League Baseball teams forever and doing this opt-out clauses and stuff like that. They've been creating. It's like, hey, listen. Contracts, we can have anything we want in the contract. So now the Dodgers just chose to use that as leverage. Like, well, we could defer this money. Well, why would Shohei want to play for only $2 million and defer all of that money? Well, for a couple of reasons.
He makes more money off the field.
I mean, he's making millions upon millions of yen out in Japan without even stepping foot on the baseball diamond. Not at all.
Then Shohei has a pretty good gambling ring going on. So.
Oh, he's got lots of stuff happening.
Allegedly, do not sue the
show. But all that being said, it's like, plus California laws that govern taxing is so weird, that they ultimately, for the $2 million that he's making only like $300,000. California takes a lot of money.
No,
but I'm talking to the 2 million. I'm not talking about the other 73 that's being deferred.
Oh, okay. I mean,
the deferment.
You're trying to make it sound like Shohei's living off of $750,000. Come on now, cut it out.
Well, but what I'm getting at is that deferment is because California is not going to be able to touch that money when he moves back to Japan, and he's not making that money in California. He's actually, that money got deferred, so it's not taxable the same way as the $2 million is. So,
and Brad, they're still in it. I'm curious to see what these moves they made. None of them are blockbuster deals by any means, but anyone can still win our division. Except the Angels.
Brad, you had them stumbling there. I like that, Brad. Great question. You actually had both stumbling on the Seattle Seahawks. I hadn't heard that before.
No, he's talking about the Mariners.
We're
talking about baseball, man.
It says football. It's a football. The Mariners. No, I can answer that one, Brad. No. How about that one?
No, and that's why they still can, because nobody in our division's good.
Will they? Will they? Not can.
Whoever gets hot in late August, early September is going to wind up winning that division.
Yeah, but only the winner of this division will go. There are no wild cards coming from our division. No, like if that was about the Seahawks, it'd be like, yeah, they're going to the playoffs. Like,
so Pax. Has LeBron? Have they gave LeBron number 6 yet to wear this season? Has he requested?
He's wearing 23. He's wearing 23.
You sure about that?
That's the number that they're giving everybody. That they're putting everybody to.
That's what they're selling is 23.
Yeah, I think that there was. Listen, and I don't know this from LeBron. I mean, I know that Dr. J, it was alleged that Dr. J was willing to allow him to wear that number. I think LeBron had a too high of a respect level for Dr. J. to wear it.
I mean, he wore that number in Miami.
Well, no, but it's not. It wasn't retired in Miami by Dr. J.
No.
You know what I mean?
You.
So it's.
I get you.
I
get you.
So I can't say that. But they have him. Like they're selling jerseys right now. Out
23
of 23.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Any talk of him coming off the bench? Have you heard him respond to that yet?
Well,
6th man of the year.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're too busy talking about where he's going to live and how he's going to get to work every day.
Yeah, that's true.
What's your thoughts on that? What is your thoughts on that? What did that say to a Philadelphia market that I know personally craves and loves and supports their fans or their players that play for the Eagles, that play for the 76ers, that play for the Phillies? Like they're diehard. Even well, do you root for the Devils? Do you root for the Devils or no? Is the Devils?
No, I'm not a Devils fan. I'm a Flyers fan.
Okay, but the Devils your owner owns the Devils, doesn't he? The owner of
the owner of the Sixers owns the Devils.
Okay.
And he also owns the Washington Commanders. I don't like them either.
He owns the Commanders. He does. The owner of the Sixers owns the Commanders and Josh Harris. Josh Harris.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm interested in how these passionate Philly fans or passionate Philadelphia sports fans feel about LeBron James coming to town. Like, is the world opening up? Is the oysters opening up for you guys? Like, how do you guys feel about LeBron coming to town and then saying, well, I'm going to live up in New York and I'm going to commute to town? How do you guys feel about that?
I don't care where you live.
Yeah, exactly.
Why does that matter to me? Truth of the matter is that I know that I feel a lot differently than a lot of other people, and there is a buzz and excitement about the Sixers that hasn't been here since 2001, 2. You know, like since Allen.
Was there a buzz? Was there a buzz in? Was there a buzz in, or were they just end up being better than everybody anticipated?
Well, no, I think there was absolutely a buzz. I mean, Allen Iverson was that guy. You know, so he was able.
Nobody thought. Nobody. Sorry to cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
No, it's just that I think Allen Iverson, that the team and the energy that was created, who I think that it was the energy was really created by the owner, not the owner, the president at the time, Pat Croce. Pat Croce was an amazing gentleman and had
speaker.
And very just monstrously with the energy and made the Sixers more of what they were. You know what I mean? I think that they were amazing because of that. And it helped. Once he got let go, because Ed Snyder has an ego, and Ed Snyder was like the Sixers were topping the Flyers, and he couldn't handle that. So he did not renew Pat Croce's contract, and then you watch the Sixers decline right after that. So
but did you know, and you said that 2001 when they went to the season, and what I was getting at, when they went to the finals that year, and actually were the only team to beat Kobe and Shaq. Did you, when that season started, did you know that was a good team, or did you just get behind the team as the season grew and you got behind Iverson in that MVP season? Because he didn't have an MVP season the years before that. And so my question is, that's what I'm asking. Like,
no, you could tell that it was leading to that. You could tell even during that season that it was going to be the Sixers and the Lakers. And I remember during that year, I remember the trade that we traded. When we traded Theo Ratliff to get Olajuwon to be able to combat Shaq. They knew.
What? You didn't get Olajuwon.
Who did we get? It was the
center Mutombo. You didn't have Olajuwon.
No, look it up. And look it up. It's because Shaq beat him, and Shaq. Yeah, it was. We wound up trading in the middle of the season to get him and to be able, because that was our problem. We had. Let me make sure. Let me make sure. I want to.
And as a fun prop bet, you can guess who's right here on Coast to Coast using the QR code on the screen. Up to 125% of your first 3 deposits, 10% bet guarantee on whether or not Cam knows more about Philly than the Philly sports guy. Not a real prop bet, but
Mutombo. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mutombo. You were correct. Not Olajuwon.
I didn't hear what you just said, Pax.
You are correct. You are correct. Listen, it was 2001. It was a long time ago.
I'm messing with you, man. Yeah.
But but you know what I'm talking about. Like they didn't trust Theo Ratliff to go against him.
I was just asking. I was in. I just left Virginia, moved to LA then. But I was just asking because your opinion. I wasn't in Philly, so I didn't know the environment or the atmosphere of that 76ers team. And I can't say today that I knew they were going to the playoffs. They were going to be a contender in the NBA playoffs that season. I had no idea, but they did. They were the one team that beat the Lakers. So,
right. I mean,
well, Joe, you owe me a coffee, Joe.
Right.
They could have done. They could have done 2. Really, they should have won 2 games. And I know that. I mean, can't really say anything about the refs now, but in that second game, I felt like that there was a couple of weak foul calls that changed the outcome.
I mean, the Lakers got a lot of favorable calls. Kobe and Shaq got a lot of favorable calls. I'll put it like that. I'll say that, and that doesn't only speak for that 76er series, but that was a good squad. And so you're feeling the vibe. You got your Phillies jersey. Are you going to put on the black and red going to the 76ers?
I wish it was those colors. Still, they don't have those colors anymore. But I do have my Sixers jerseys. I am more excited about the Sixers. However, I am a lot more measured. I will tell you that it does not matter to me. Listen, LeBron James could be great. And I know that we were getting a 42-year-old guy who is still amongst the top 20 in basketball right now. That being said, until we get out of the second round of the playoffs, I'm still in the same spot. Like show me. You know what? I will start to question whether you are the greatest of all time, because I believe that it's still Michael Jordan. The moment that you get me 2 rings, give me 1 ring and I'll
2 rings.
Give me 1 ring and I'll be happy. 2 rings, and I'll start questioning whether you are the greatest of all time.
So since we're on this topic, and gone. Okay.
He'll be back. He can't leave it on that. He's definitely not leaving it on.
Hey, I feel like that one was Comcast for the win. So funny enough, KD comes out and says that on paper, LeBron joining the Sixers is worse than him joining the Warriors.
Celtics?
No.
Or KD?
Yeah.
Oh, KD, not KG.
Yeah. No, KD. He's saying LeBron going there on paper, they were a more stacked team than the Warriors team that he went to that was 73-9, which is hilarious to me. So I'm curious what, like, that just seems ridiculous. That just sounds like KD trying to deflect from
He's crying. Yeah. He's crying. He's like, exactly. Why didn't they want me? Trade for me. I could win another ring.
It's the only team I haven't played on yet.
That's crying. That is absolute crying.
Oh yeah.
It's. Hey, listen. I am. At one point, soon, I'm going to go after KD a little bit.
Okay.
But not as a player. Not as a player. As an owner. As an owner.
As an owner?
Yeah, he happens to own and be partial owner of the Philadelphia Union, which is soccer team in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I am, it's like, you own a portion of this team. You should show up. People should see your face. You want to be part of Philadelphia? Come to Philadelphia.
What percentage of the team you think he owns?
I think it's like 12%.
Even if it was
maybe
2%.
less.
Even if it's 2%, you should show up.
And he's been to the stadium a couple of times. He's been here. It's not like he doesn't know he owns it. He knows he owns it.
You want him to roll the ball out during the first rollout or something?
You know what? They have a guy bang the drum once, just once. Sure. Show up once. You're an owner of this team. Check on your team. Show up. Show that you actually care a little bit.
Sure.
And what would that change?
Listen, Philadelphia people we're easy. You know what I mean? We don't take a lot.
You're easy. So you're good. You're good with the player who's going to parachute in every other night to play the games, but the owner the partial owner, the minority owner of MLS soccer team, you want to bang on for not showing up to a soccer game?
Well, I want him to show up to one soccer game.
Ooh, I hear a little bias already.
I don't need him to show up every game. He doesn't have to be here like that.
Okay.
But he's got to show up to one.
Okay. But
one a season.
You're okay with somebody parachuting in 3 times a week to play for the 76ers, but you're not okay with the guy who doesn't show up.
At that point, you're just complaining about the vehicle they're driving to work. Like that, who cares? As long as you're showing up and doing your job. No, I get what you're saying. You want especially a high profile. Like if it was a nobody that was a 12%, nobody cares. He's talking about a high profile guy. We had Bobby Wagner.
Does it matter that Bobby Wagner came to one game this season, one Storm game this season?
He showed up
to one
game,
like 1 out of 30.
Yeah, okay. But that's okay. That's okay. He showed up to one.
It's also only 1 out of like 17 because there's only 45 games anyway. But I mean, you ended up with Marshawn Lynch coming to the Seawolves games, right? He popped into a couple of those. He's a new owner there. He does show up to, Sounders games. So, I mean, he's just trying to say, hey, show up in the building because you're a high profile guy. Otherwise, nobody would care. Like we only found out about one of the minority owners here in Seattle because she said some dumb stuff that got her suspended for 5 games. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known she was part of the ownership group.
What was that about?
Man, that's for a different show.
The owner decides to go out with teenagers. Oof.
We don't have time to unpack that one again. So
we spent the whole show on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I would have had no idea who this lady was. but okay.
Well, but that's my point is nobody cares that she was at a game because nobody knew who she was. You're talking about Kevin Durant. That's just easy ticket sales if you know he's coming because people are going to want to see him, even if they can't get a signature or anything and be like, oh, he was here and it was awesome or whatever. So, you saw ticket sales spike for the Seawolves when Lynch was there. You didn't see any ticket sales spike when Wagner was at the Storm game because that thing is they always sell most of the tickets anyway.
So there you have it.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you got a high profile owner, you want them in the building. And
once. Yeah. Just you don't got to be there every game. You don't have to sit there. Listen, show the people. Show the people. Like you are part of. You want to be part of Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. All you got to do is show your face. It's not hard.
I don't think he cares about being part of Philly.
Hypocritical, but who am I? I'm living on the West Coast up in the far corner of the Northwest. So that sounds a little hypocritical, though, Pags.
I don't think it's hypocritical. I mean, you're the one that owns the team, not me. You know what I mean? It's like I show up for your team.
Yeah.
I am doing those types of things to further the team along. And I can only do, I can't play, but I can give energy.
Sure.
I can give excitement. You know what you could do? You could do all of those things just by showing up to one game.
Yeah.
And it gives a feeling to your constituents, the people that are investing money in your team, the people that are making you money.
And you don't have to do it to an obscure one. Show up to the national televised ESPN game, right? Make it worth your time. Be like, look, I'm here, and get all the TV time you want.
And actually, you don't even have to stay for the whole game. Stay till halftime. You wave. You do a quick interview, and you roll. That's what it is. It's like, listen, I understand this is an investment. This is not anything other than that. But you're the one that chose to make the investment here. You're the one that chose, hey, listen, I think that I would like to own a professional team, and we're going to make it in Philadelphia. Who knows what tomorrow is going to bring for you? That's kind of why I look at this. It's like there could be a situation that occurs, God forbid, that something happens to his knee that he can't play basketball ever again. And you're going to rely on some of those things. You're going to rely on the fact that you made sound investments.
You think he's going to lean on the feelings from this? What team did he invest in?
The Philadelphia Union.
The Union.
No, it's not just that. I mean, he's going to have other investments too.
Keep him oppressed.
But you're going to. I think that you would. Listen. If that's where you're going to be making some money, you may decide at that point, and maybe that's part of the thought process. He don't need to go now because when he's retired and he ain't got nothing else to do, he can go then, and people are still going to love him. So maybe that's the thought process. I don't know. I'm just going into him a little bit because you own this team. You ain't doing nothing. I know you're sitting around. You're doing your workouts or whatever, but you're sitting at your home, going in the pool, relaxing. Take a flight out.
The good thing is he's not showing up to those games, but he watches shows like this because he likes to be mad about stuff.
Oh my goodness. Pat said he ain't doing nothing. You can go to the game.
The Sixers are going to go to the playoffs. More than half the league make it to the playoffs, including the play-in. So yeah, they're going to be a top 3 team out of the East.
Over under on wins. If I put the number at 49.5 for the Sixers.
They'll win over 50 games.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking you're going to be like 54.
They'll win over 50 games, regardless of who plays. I think, regardless of who plays in the various lineups that they put out. I think they're 50.
What we gave team. We gave them all playing together. What the over under we came up with is like 24.
I came up 25 with that.
25.
It's 25 for that.
So, I mean,
I give that an over. Not much over, but I think that goes over. I think if it was 35 or 30, even 30 and a half, like if they had to get over 31 games together, I don't know that they make that.
Yeah, I think injuries probably keep that from happening. But
and I didn't see the schedule. It depends on how many back-to-back games they have.
True. Yeah.
So it's still going to be worth watching. To see how these guys fail is how I think a lot of the country's going to be watching this.
I mean, again, you have to be pretty bad because more than half the league gets in the playoffs. So,
the playoffs are a given. Playoffs are a given. But do they get past the second? Do they get past the second round like Pags was talking about? If you get past the second round, I'll pay attention to you.
Hey.
And we'll have to listen. It's what I do for a living. I'm forced to pay attention, so I don't have a choice. However, I am going to keep myself measured up until that point. Like, listen,
That's wise. I commend you. I commend you on that. I commend you on that, because I'm not sure the rest of your compadres are doing the same thing.
No, I think that they're a lot more excited. Things are a lot more excited.
Sure.
If I was to poll everybody, I'd be willing to bet that at least 2 out of every 10 people are going to say they're going to win it all, hands down, no questions asked.
Well, that's a modest number. That sure is a modest number. 2 out of 10.
Because fan is short for fanatic. Of course they are. Like, those are where those ridiculous, just unhinged takes come from. That's how you end up with so many Cowboys fans. This is our year. It's like, yeah, it's been your year for 30 years. Calm down. Like,
Philly was signing LeBron and then winning the championship is not unhinged. It's not an unhinged thought. But I would suspect I'd be disappointed in Philadelphia fans if I talked to 20 of them and 4 of them told me they're going to win it all. I'd be disappointed in you guys. I'd be wondering why is the sky falling? Well, where's the black cloud around over here?
Well, no, I think people are just understanding the fact that we haven't made it out of the second round.
And also understanding that these guys, although are superstars, get hurt all the time.
Here you go. Let's end on this though, Cam. I keep hearing, and I keep wishing it goes away a little bit, but I keep hearing Ben Simmons makes a return to this team.
To where? To the 76ers?
Sixers. Yep.
That's not gonna happen. Well, he was a clutch client. He was a clutch client. I don't know if he still is. I know he was a clutch client. Which, if he is still a clutch client, then I'll give that some legs. That I can't confirm if he's a clutch client or not. But if he was a clutch client, I would give that some legs. I mean,
to be honest, I don't know how much I hate it, because I feel like you need somebody to take up 20 minutes a game, and you need somebody to play defense. And if he's going to pass the ball off, you might as well pass it off to LeBron. Who cares? Yeah. If you're not going to shoot the ball, give it to the guy who's going to shoot the ball, and you've got plenty of them. So I don't mind.
Exactly. Rebounds and defense is what he was best at, and yes, they can use that. They can use those skill set on a team.
100%. And
because
that's what I think.
I would say no, and I would say you're off your rockers. But he was a clutch client. And that's knowing that Rich Paul does a good job of not only taking care of the guys, but keeping the guys together. I think that's I would not be surprised if that signing came down the pipe in the next week.
And there was a time when LeBron was thinking about figuring out what team to go to, or like figuring out who to come to LA, that Ben Simmons was a big part of that conversation.
No, I don't think that was the case. But Ben Simmons, what he does, what he was best at, could benefit the team.
I agree. And he would take minutes. And like I said, the fact that he's probably well rested, that means I don't care. Go under the basket, run all the way back down to the court, go under the basket. That's where I want you. That's
he sold his fishing boat or what? Last I know, he was a bass fisherman.
He was. I don't know. From what I hear, I keep hearing. So
that would be interesting. I mean, that would certainly be interesting if they made that move.
And that'll do it for us today. Wherever you are, however you may be listening, be sure to like and subscribe. Helps us bring our content to you. And of course, got some smooth jazz headed your way. 97.3 ICU Radio coming up next. Otherwise, we'll see y'all tomorrow. See you, everybody.
Peace.